have a really comprehensive mechanism through which we, I think, scrutinize and exchange information about MCPS's programs, initiatives, et cetera. And I think that's a function of, obviously, the structure of our oversight responsibilities. At the same time, we have, I think, calculated, and I think Willow did that for us, that we spend about $280+ million outside the school system on services that support children and family, and obviously has an impact on academic achievement. But in my opinion, we haven't really done a very good job at understanding how those dollars are aligned with the policy goals that we are all, of course, supporting vis-a-vis academic achievement and other types of goals. And it seemed logical that after, obviously, the sort of new normal after the recession, that we acknowledge that funding, is limited, resources are limited. At the same time, we've seen this growth in our farms rate. We know that the need continues to grow. And therefore, I think it calls for a shift in culture. And by that, I mean that, opposite of what the president just described, instead of listening and considering new initiatives where you're putting in, adding more resources, that we also have to be very vigilant and I think deliberate in how we repurpose some of the funds that are out there at this point, because they need to be aligned, and we need to look at return on investment in a very significant way. It's not an easy endeavor. I'm not confused that this is going to take quite a bit of work, but I think that this should be an opening to that conversation in general, and it seems logical, right? I mean, I think that if HHS is funding a particular program, and whether it's the Kennedy Cluster Project, I mean, there are many programs out there where recreation is also a partner, where MCPS is a partner, we should know that this is actually having the desired impact. We should be able to say, hey, we have to update the model and the design of this model because it may not be meeting what we want to meet, and we should be able to, I think, best align our resources. And so I'm really excited about this opportunity. I think that some of my colleagues have shared with me interest in things like DNA almost type of assessments around what do we have out there, what kind of programs do we have out there, how are they aligned, do we have an inventory of our programs, and not broad categories, but truly get down to the nitty-gritty of who are these programs serving, are they being designed with culturally and linguistically appropriate types of design measures, are they going to the most vulnerable, and does it have an impact? I mean, duh, that's what our taxpayers expect. So I just wanted to say that because I've been waiting for this session for quite a while, and so I want to thank both Councilmember Rice and Leventhal for indulging in this process, and I really hope that this is just the very beginning of an ongoing theme for us as we, again, try to shift the culture of how we just throw money at problems without really, truly pausing to see if it's the best kind of investment.